Hello, everyone, and welcome to Florida International University's information session for the fully online Master of Science in Research, Design, and Analysis. We appreciate the time that you have set aside to be with us today. And if you're here, it is because you are considering a very big step in your career, which is no easy step. But we hope that after this info session, you'll have all the information that you need to decide if this is the right program for you. I'd like to play a video for you of one of our most recent accomplishments before we get started. So here it goes.
Florida International will be a different university in order that it may be a better university.
All right, and just to give that video a little bit of context, there are over 800 four-year public universities in the US. So this is a big milestone for us here at FIU and for our community. And we're not stopping there. Our next goal is to be a top 30 public university. So this is going to be our agenda for today. You're going to meet your support team. We will then talk a little bit about FIU and FIU Online. And then we're going to get into the details about this program with its courses, followed by tuition information, scholarship, and financial aid. And then we're going to walk you through the admission and application process. Towards the very end, we'll have time to answer any questions that you may still have. Now, keep in mind that we are going to cover a lot of information, but I will send you this this PowerPoint presentation in a PDF format after the session is over. So my name is Adriana Bernal, and I am part of the FIU Online team. I will be your host for today. And it is my pleasure to introduce to you your support team. And we'll start off with Dr. Mito Chang. Dr. Chang, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. And I'm Mido Chang, who is a professor in research methodology, and I'll be a director of this art research design and analysis program. And I'll be a liaison for your really personal, the concern or, academic consultations. And please let me know if you face with any problem. And so we'll be available all as a group. All faculty will be available for you, but you can contact me whenever you want to really some problem to reach out to somebody who can provide help. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Next, we'll go with Dr. Pham.
Hi, my name is Andy Pham. Welcome. I'm faculty and also a program director of our school psychology program at FIU, but I also teach one course in the Research Design Analysis Master's program. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you. And next, we're going to meet Nivea Woodard.
Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry, good afternoon. I'm Nivea Woodard. I'm the administrative assistant, program assistant for the RDA online program. I also do the same for the higher education administration program. I'm here to assist you with all of your administrative needs when it comes to applying for the program, any changes you may have regarding anything outside of coursework. I'm here to assist you with that. Yes.
Thank you, Nivea. Next, we have Dr. Garza.
Hi, everyone. It's good to see y'all. And so my name is Dr. Tiberio Garza, and my background is educational psychology, and I have a few courses that I teach in the program. They'll be related to statistics and evaluation. But again, happy to see everyone here.
Perfect. Thank you, Dr. Garza. Dr. Chu is also part of the team, but he wasn't able to be with us today, but he is indeed someone that you would be working with in this program. So let's talk just a little bit about FIU and FIU Online. So at FIU, we strive for academic excellence and exceptional return on investment. And we have mastered the art of catering to working professionals, such as probably yourselves, with our on-campus programs, as well as with our fully online programs, such as this one. And not only that, we know online education. FIU Online has been around for over 25 years, and we offer over 120 undergraduate and graduate programs fully online. What's even better is that our programs are Quality Matter certified. We are ranked #1 in the nation for that certification. And what that means for you is that you'll be taking courses that have been thoroughly reviewed by a third-party organization, and they are ranked as very high quality standard. Now let's talk about this amazing program. This is the Online Master of Science in Research, Design, and Analysis. This is a fully online program. It takes 12 months to complete. No GRE is required. It is a total of 30 credits or 10 courses, and the courses are blended between the mini terms and full terms, and we'll get into that a little later. Now, very important to keep in mind these dates. So the next start date is for the spring semester. It starts in January 2026, and the application deadline is October 1st, 2025. And if you start spring 2026, you'll be graduating in December of 2026. So it's really not that long of a program. So keep that in mind. Okay, so now let's talk about the benefits of this, of having this degree. And for this, Dr. Chang, what are obviously data is everything for businesses and organizations. And listed here are some of the benefits of why this program is so important and how it can enrich someone in their career. But from your insight, how does this help someone who is looking to get this degree? How does an organization benefit?
Regardless of any industrial the companies, they are looking for really the person who can design research, how collect the design, the data, how to really analyze data, how interpret the data, and also how they apply their findings to their really, the company benefits. So this is a really foundational knowledge we can apply to academia or industry. And also, this is a really versatile degree. So the students from the various backgrounds can really learn research design and they apply to their field. So, you know, there's a really variety of places the students can apply once they get really under skills. So that's a really basic foundational degree, I would say.
Perfect. Thank you, Dr. Chen. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the courses.
Let's see, I guess I can start. So the first one will be the Spring A Introduction to Educational Research. This one, you start to just get some basic methodological knowledge and skill, just being able to use methods. But in this respect, though, you're utilizing methods to know like what works and what doesn't work, or what's effective and what's actually helps people and whatever you're evaluating or researching. But then after that, um, you're most likely going to see Dr. Q and the Introduction to Data Analysis. That is the preliminary statistics course. This is where we just go through a range of helpful statistical techniques that you're likely to utilize in any context, any social science context as well. And from there, then you'll see me though in Spring B in program evaluation. And so within program evaluation, this is where we start to utilize the knowledge you've learned in Spring A related to educational research, those methods in there, and as well as some preliminary data analysis, again in Spring A. And because in evaluation, we start to apply both of those in determining the effectiveness of programs or products or just knowing what works is the bottom line in whatever we're evaluating. And that's what's beneficial to companies, nonprofits, and people out there.
Yeah,
Then
I
after
can.
that,
Okay, go
there's
ahead.
the practicum. Yeah,
Yeah, in the
and then as Dr. Chang said, there's the practicum. You'll see Dr. Chang in the first practicum.
Yeah, the research practicum is really our emphasis, among all the practical courses. Through these courses, we designed, there are 3 semester research practicum courses. Through this course, students will meet with their mentor frequently and to discuss about, what they want really do the really for the main project, and then they learn the skills to their project, and also try to really prepare the complete project, and they try to really present it at the conference, and they try to really send it out to the professional journals. So there are a lot of required process. So it's like getting the ILB, how to delve into the really available data sets or how they collect the data. So we'll go through all those steps throughout the whole 3 semesters. And then there is also academic writing help. So we'll check with the really, from the introduction, every component of the research, we go with the really mentor. So this is kind of enriched, applied really, the courses. And students they really had a really great, feedback from it. And because when they start to apply, they really realize they obtain this much of knowledge, or, they are able to really practically, use their skills like that. That's the really practicum. And then let's go to the 6486 video.
Yeah. Yeah, and then 6486 or advanced analysis and educational research. This is part two of that introduction to data analysis. So from there, within 6486, we start to expand your statistical knowledge, incorporating more group design, more into regression, which is just prediction or explanation. But in that scope as well, you'll see Dr. Q in that class. But in my class, you'll be in the Introduction to Statistical Software and Education, which is 6414. And so in that one, or sorry, no, I mean, um, the numbers are a little, I think, I guess that's right. I get confused with the numbers. I think yeah, 6414, but this is programming. And so within programming, we're using statistical programming and R and Python to also reinforce the statistical learning in the 6486 as well. And so it's always my hope that you're taking at least these 2 statistic courses at the same time. I know there's a third one, but my hope is always that everyone gets a reinforcement to the other statistical courses because we're focusing on programming. And so in that, you at least expand your software preference to R and Python. And then we keep it easy too, because there's an easier way out, which is always helpful. And we use another useful software called JASP as well.
And
Yes, I think Vanessa has a question.
Yeah, I think I asked this last year, but so you're using Python, so using programming software, you're also using SPSS and Stata and incorporating these programming software platforms as well?
Just R and R Studio, and then
Okay.
Python, and then SPSS. We started
I'm
weeding
old
that
school
out.
though. I like SPSS.
Yes. But it can always be as a review. I do have some review materials, so
Okay.
if you've really grown to love SPSS in the past, that's fine too. But the hope in a programming class is just that you get to try other softwares and try some programming. Because I know SPSS is mostly point click, but it does have a syntax error part, and
Hmm.
so I might just I've done that in the past where we just program in syntax. So
Okay.
SPSS can also be programming as well. But
Thank you.
yes.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, another class is really dealing with the advanced statistical method. And currently, I teach really logistic regression, path analysis, and structural equation modeling. And but by looking at the really student really advancement, I plan to really include more advanced statistics. So we are really challenging, adding new cutting edge methods really to student to have equipped with a really new advanced cutting edge method, and that's the statistical models in education. And also the summer B, there is another really research practicum. So we will continue to really work on the really project for adding new advanced one. And then so we plan to go through IRB if the student need to collect the data. So, and also they are working on the academic writing for the publication and other things. And also in this summer, I'm trying it out to really the really job seeking strategy. So really try to really arrange a CV, the clinic. It really headed by FIU. So and then try to really write about the really cover letter, and then they try to come up with students need to come up with a really potential list of the really the job market. So we are working through, working with the student really get the job before or right after really graduation of this program. So, nobody's really it get frustrated after really invest a lot of time and effort. So we are working on that too. And let's move on to the measurement evaluation, Dr. Pham.
Sure. I teach the measurement evaluation education course, which is in the fall. Um, I have made some changes. It used to be a sort of a traditional educational testing course, but I added more in terms of assessment, conducting needs assessment, evaluation approaches, how do we use results or findings and implications, whether in education or business or industry. So it's more applied beyond the educational setting. Um, but yeah, considering it's the last semester, I try to have it more as an applied course versus just theory and conceptual.
And next one is really be covered Dr. Q. And then this deals with the really instrument measurement. So this with the reliability, validity. And so the student will get the knowledge about, how apply the really instrument and how to really analyze and how to really validate instrument and try to really, illustrate to really less bias the result. And then, the Dr. Q, as far as I know, Dr. Q is try to really apply IRT method, which is really advanced one, and then try to really, taste of the really advanced method in measurement. And another one is a research practicum in education. We are really focusing on at the last semester, we are really tangible outcome from this program. And then we hope to everybody really, graduate with a really, publishable paper or, really good presentable paper in professional, conference. That's the course.
Perfect. Thank you all for all of that information. And as Dr. Chang mentioned, we want to see you succeed after you complete this program. So it's very important to obviously take a look at the career outlook. And this is straight out of the US Bureau of Labor Statistics. And these are just some of the occupations that can be tied into this degree. And as you can see, I won't go over all the details, but it's very favorable, the growth for this kind of degree. As we mentioned earlier, businesses, they all rely on data to make big decisions. So if by having this degree, you'll be more marketable and you'll add more value to your place of employment and as you maybe search for a new job. So just keep that in mind. All right, so let's talk about the tuition for this program. So the total cost for this program is $17,000, $17,700. It is a total of 30 credits. Keep in mind that what you're going to have to pay at a time depends on how many classes you're taking. This is obviously not due upfront. Now, as a student, you will have access to apply for scholarships. We all know that scholarships are very competitive, but nonetheless, they are available and they are out there. So we recommend that you set some time aside to review the kind of scholarships that are listed on this website, which is fiu.academicworks.com. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to share this presentation with you, so you don't need to write anything down. I'll go over the FIU Online scholarships. There is the Corporate and Community Scholarship for $2,000. And this is for select employees of organizations which are making an impact in our communities and industries. There's also the Academic Merit Scholarship for $2,000 as well. And this is for select students with high academic achievements who exhibit strong academic credentials. And then we have the Get Started Scholarship for $1,000. And this is for students who may be challenged with hardships. Now, keep in mind that FIU Online has awarded over $200,000 scholarships to over 100 students in the last 3 years. So you never know if once you apply, you may meet the criteria and you may be able to receive, extra funding for your education. And we wrote down tuition reimbursement here because, as you all may know, a lot of employers offer educational benefits or tuition reimbursement. So we highly encourage you to have a conversation with your direct leader or perhaps your HR representative to see what options are available there for you. Sometimes this changes from year to year, depending on how the company's doing, but nonetheless, in my opinion, having these kind of meetings with your leader really put you in a very positive light. So we encourage you to have this conversation with them. Now, you will have access to apply for financial aid. And on this slide, you're going to find all the information that you'll need when you're ready to apply. Now, there's two things to keep in mind. You're going to have to apply 2 months prior to the term that you wish to start. So keep that in mind as you plan. And you're going to need your tax documents from the year 2023. Okay, so now we are on to the admission and application process. And for this, I am going to pass it over to Nivea.
Yes, here's where the fun begins, because this is where your journey begins. Thank you guys for being so patient. The admissions process. You guys are interested in the program. Dr. Pham, Dr. Chang, Dr. Garza, they explain all of the courses, and we see the interest from some of you. I see Claudia is in the chat, and we just exchanged emails. She's currently an applicant, so thank you for joining us, Claudia. With the application process, you want to visit go.fiu.edu/apply to apply to the program first. Once you submit your application, we just advise you guys to go ahead and request your transcripts electronically as soon as possible from all of your previously attended institutions, universities, and colleges. If you attended any colleges outside of the United States, we will need that course-by-course evaluation from a NACCES organization member. You want to visit NACCES.org and go ahead and make those requests so that they would send your transcripts directly to FIU. You don't send the transcripts to myself or from you directly to graduate admissions. Also, what's very important, because I've been working with Dr. Chang for a few years now, not just with the RDA program, but with the higher education program. And he is very meticulous on, how you guys present your required documents for the program. So you want to make sure that you get your letters of recommendation in from your former or current employers, former or current college professors. Make sure that they're on letterhead. They speak to your strengths and your, value that you would add to pursuing this degree in research design and analysis. Also, you want to make sure that you, thoroughly type out your personal statement / essay. And you just want to pretty much explain, right, Dr. Chang, you could chime in at any time. You want to explain your reasons for pursuing a master's degree at FIU. You want to, speak to your interests, let us know what your personal and professional goals are with the degree. And that will truly, add to, your decision on whether you will be admitted to the program or not. Also, if you attended a university outside of the United States where English is not the first language, the admissions department does require that you pass the English proficiency test. FIU does offer the test at a discount, I believe. I'll share that information for anyone who needs it, but that is there. And then, of course, the most important thing is the GPA. There is a 3.0 minimum GPA requirement, but this is from your upper division courses. So if you ever review your transcript and you see your final GPA at the bottom, that's not the GPA that we calculate to, determine whether you qualify, for the program. So just make sure that, you do your best, or that you have done your best in those last few courses when obtaining your degree. If you have any questions regarding the application process, or if you need any assistance, if you have any issues uploading your documents, you can definitely reach out to me at msrda@fiu.edu. I'm also here to, keep you updated with your application status. Like I said, I'm the fun person. The minute you guys submit your application, I'm contacting you. I'm letting you know. I'm here to assist you. Sending you reminders on what you need to submit. I'm contacting Dr. Chang. Once you submit everything, she's reviewing your entire application package. I'm letting you know, yes, you've been admitted, or, yes, you've been admitted, hopefully. And then I provide you with updates throughout the entire course of the program, as far as reminders for tuition, if you need reminders for financial aid. I'm providing you with the course schedule every single term, just making sure you guys, don't have to worry about anything other than your coursework. And hopefully, if everyone makes it to the end of the program, then we have a little special presentation for the online students who plan to attend commencement. And that's it. Thank you.
That sounds very, very sweet. The end goal, right? Thank you,
Yes,
Nivea.
you're
Nivea is going to
welcome.
be your go-to for many things. So you're not doing this alone. Here at FIU, we want to see you succeed. This is just not about you becoming a student, getting a degree, and then we forget. No, no, no. We want to make sure that you learn what you need to learn with this program, and that you are well equipped to continue to grow in your career. So good news is that if you apply for this program, and when you apply, because hopefully it is when you apply, we'll go ahead and cover your application fee for you. Now, Mariana, I know that you asked Nivea for her email, and it is on this slide here. So these are the steps that you'll need to follow when you're ready to apply. Just make sure that you follow this to the T, so that way we're able to reimburse, not reimburse actually, but just cover your fee. You won't have to pay anything. So you're going to go to this website, you're going to select the pay by check option. And then after you submit your application, you're going to go ahead and contact Nivea at the email listed here, msrda@fiu.edu. Again, we're going to share this presentation with you. And on that email, just make sure that you share your application number and your Panther ID. Okay, so we are nearing the end of this session. Thank you for attending and for staying. So just again, these are the important dates for you to keep in mind. October 1st is the application deadline, but again, the sooner you apply, the better. There are going to be a lot of documents that you have to submit, and you don't have to do all of that at once. You can go ahead and start your application and save it, come back whenever you the additional documents are ready. So just keep that in mind. But we encourage you to apply sooner rather than later. Also, if you are considering financial aid, it's better to do it again sooner rather than later. So the information is here on this slide for Nivea's phone number and email. And now we want to hear if you have any other questions. Now is the time. Feel free to add them to the chat, or you can unmute or turn on your camera, whatever you prefer. So we'll give it a few moments to see if any other questions come up. And we do have a question. Is there an option for a part-time course?
I'm afraid this is a cohort model. We are starting from really, all set schedules, go through a whole year. So we are not, at this point, we are not allowed any part-time.
Okay. Leanne, I hope we answered that question for you.
While you're waiting, I can talk about more about the program. We try to really have a really good mentor-mentee relationship and try to really have a really individual growth really through the really tight relationship. And so you will meet the mentor on a regular basis if you want. And also every class we try to really have a Zoom session whenever you have really come up with a really individual concern or questions or anything. So we encourage to have all the faculty members try to have a Zoom session, 1 or 2 times. And also, I get the feedback from prior students. They're really saying this is a rigorous program. As you can see, we have to learn all, statistics and then just, techniques and also application, hands-on activities and everything. Very, very busy. But at the end, they feel they learned a lot and they know how to use the statistics and they know how to really, consult with the people who do not know much. So we get the really good feedback from the students.
Thank you, Dr. Chang. And I have to say, I know 2 students that are currently in the program, and both students are full-time employees, and it's doable. I know that, it could be intimidating to think of taking, your master's program oftentimes when you're working full-time, but it is doable. So just don't feel overwhelmed. If in doubt, I think we encourage you to, have a conversation with us so that way, we can walk you through, what to expect from the courses. And is there a set schedule for classes? I
Yes,
think
we
there's a set.
do. Yes. Every year we just give out all the set schedules for all the students. But there will be a little bit of change because of really, availability of the faculty time, all those things. But it comes at the beginning of the list, program, you get the whole schedule. So yeah, you follow through with the cohort.
Cohort.
Yes,
Yeah, I think you're gonna jump in, and I think I know what you're gonna say, but go ahead.
yes, the program is a set schedule. Just from experience with this one and with the higher education program, a lot of students, they get a little bit intimidated by a cohort style accelerated program. Although you're completing it like basically within a year, you have to think about it as, you're taking 2 courses at a time. So the courses are broken up into mini terms. So even though in the spring you're going to be registered for 4 courses, you're only taking 2 at a time. And just from my, observation with Dr. Pham and Dr. Garza explaining the courses and Dr. Chang, it's like they build on each other. So it's like a building program. So what you learn, in spring A is going to be applied in spring B, and then so forth and so forth. So it won't be as rigorous as you may assume. It's very doable. A lot of the students are like full-time working adults with children and families, and they get it done, and they're very satisfied at the end of the year. And then the degree is very beneficial to their professional goals. So, it's very, very doable. And then, from a worrisome point of view, you don't have to worry about registering for these courses. The department registers you for the courses. So you don't have to, only thing you have to pay attention to is your MyFIU student portal and staying on top of either your financial aid or your scholarships and making sure that the courses are paid for, because of course we can't do that for you. We'll just send you the reminders. But once have that under control, the only thing you have to focus on are the coursework, and just, getting the projects done. And like Dr. Chang said, she's very hands-on, very available. She's also one of the professors for the higher ed program, and the students love her. The students love you, Dr. Chang. They tell
Thank you,
me.
Nivea. And also, I
You're
wanted to
welcome.
add, I think, because I think this is the case with most online programs, you're not supposed to be logged in at a certain time to take the courses, right? So I just want to make sure that I clarify that. This is online, this is very flexible. So yes, there's going to be assignments due at a certain time, but you pick when you do those assignments. As long as you submit or the assignments when they're due, then you're good. But the good thing about an online program is that we're all busy professionals. So you are the one who has to, set time management, figure out what works for you. So it's very flexible in that sense. And this is why a lot of people love taking this online program. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, and related to that, always feel free to reach out to any of us faculty to meet for any supplemental information on some course, or just more information, or just like, yeah, if you don't know something, don't wait, right? Because this program is intense and time-wise, so please reach out. Just keep those open communication, and any of us are happy to meet with you and help catch you along if you've fallen behind.
Thank you, Dr. Garza. And as you continue, because I know that you're probably looking at different programs, and we hope that this is the program that you choose. But just make sure that, the program that you pick, that they offer, personalized services, that you'll be able to, contact your professors, that you have a person that's going to be there to kind of, help you through the journey. This is a big investment time-wise and money-wise. So just make sure that whatever it is that you pick, offers, fulfills your needs as a student. Alrighty, so I think we have reached the end of this info session. Thank you all for your time. We've answered all your questions. I'll go ahead and send you this presentation. And again, any questions that you may have later, you'll have the information on calling Nivea or emailing her, and we're going to go ahead and answer any questions that you may still have later. So thank you for joining us, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.